Hello everybody, welcome to another legacy video here on Magic Online. My name is Scott, and today we are going to be playing a 4-color Doomsday deck that finished second in a challenge this weekend. It is a throwback to Mark Tobias's list from a couple of years ago. And to be honest, this was the first Doomsday deck that I ever played. I saw this list while watching Mark Tobias cover it or play it on coverage at Eternal Weekend, and I was like, this is the coolest deck that I have ever seen. It was the first time that I ever saw Doomsday and was like, I really want to learn how to how to play this deck, because it's just this version of it just seems so unique and cool, being 4 colors using the One Ring, Teferi Time Raveler rather, and a bunch of other really sweet cards like Veil of Summer, as well as Night's Whisper, Lorien Revealed. This Doomsday deck is rather slow, rather controlling, and I'm kind of here for that. Basically, what we're trying to do is resolve a card like Teferi Time Raveler, or the One Ring, and then follow it up with a Doomsday. When we can then use the Teferi to protect ourselves against cards like Consign to Memory and the Ring to help us draw through our pile. We note here that the deck is not running any personal tutors. The rings are played, I believe, in replacement of personal tutor. Then we are also only playing 2 cyclers in this list. We've got a Street Wraith over here and an Edge of Autumn right here. Again, I kind of like having at least 3 cyclers in my Doomsday list. We'll see if this comes up and affects us at all today. But I think if we have cards like the One Ring in our deck as well, having multiple cyclers is not always necessary, and that we would in fact rather have more interaction in our deck in the form of Veil of Summer, 3 copies of Daze, and 4 Force of Will. My sideboard is a little bit different, in part because Consigned to Memory is like 20 tickets on Magic Online, apparently. I went to go pick up a Consigned to Memory before recording here, and I was like, yeah, I'm just not going to bother buying this card right now. It seems a bit crazy that an uncommon is 20 tickets, but I guess that is a testament to just how powerful Consigned to Memory is these days. In any case, I'm playing Force of Negation over the one of Consign that was in the deck, and then I wanted to add a Thoughtseize somewhere in the 75 as another way to beat opposing Consigns. And so I cut one of the 3 Carpet of Flowers for a Thoughtseize. I don't know if either of these changes make sense. One of them is just made on laziness and budget considerations, and then the other one is maybe just because I feel naked without Thoughtseize in Doomsday these days. So I feel like I have to have at least one. But other than that, this list is kind of seen a lot of play a couple of years ago. It fell out in favor of more straight turbo versions of the deck in recent years, but these days I've been noticing this list popping up on MTG Goldfish and whatnot, and I thought, well, let's just go back and kind of revisit my roots to the Doomsday strategy, and also this really neat 4-color ring Doomsday deck of 2 years past that still seems to be putting up results in the current meta. So yeah, without further ado, we're gonna fire this through a league and see what happens. Oh my goodness, we have an opponent already. Okay, let's see what our hand looks like. We've got a Lotus Petal, 2 lands, Ponder, Thassa's Oracle, Lorien Revealed, and Teferi Time Raveler. The only thing I don't like about this hand is that Thassa's Oracle's in it. We don't also have any form of protection. If our opponent's doing something completely busted, that could be bad for us. But we do have lots of mana. We've got a nice turn 2 Teferi here out of a Lotus Petal if that's something that we want to do. And so yeah, I think we're gonna keep this and see what happens. Our opponent's on the play here. Let's see what our opponent wants to do. Chrome Mox. Okay, this could get challenging very quickly if this is Mono Red Prison. Echo of Aeons. Okay. We kind of got to now hope that they spin us into that they spin us into a Force of Will, but it looks like we might just be getting oopsed here. Goblin Charbelcher. Wow. Yeah, you got a Charbelcher, and they're passing the turn. We need like a second Lotus Petal right here, right now, to bounce this Charbelcher. Is there anything that we can do? Is it better just to concede? The Charbelcher costs 3 to activate. They're going to burn us out with the Charbelcher. I could ponder into Brainstorm and then cast Lotus Petal Brainstorm, and I would have to hit like Dark Ritual Doomsday plus another petal, and even that's not enough because we don't have a way to crack into our pile. I think we're just dead here, unfortunately. So I think I just want to concede without giving our opponent any more information. And so that is what we will do. This might be a quick video. Whoa, these cards are massive. What is going on here? Okay. Okay, so we're playing against Oops, Charbelcher, some kind of shenanigans. Leads me to want Force of Negations, probably Thoughtseize, and Fairy Macabre. Then, I mean, there might be like Thoughtseizing us, so it's possible that that Veil of Summer's still good. I imagine that we can cut Cavern of Souls. I think that we can cut Teferi Czar blue cards. The ring's not that. The ring seems mighty slow to me, so maybe we can cut all the copies of the One Ring. We could cut Consider if that's something that we're worried about. These Teferis are really slow, so I think I can see cutting down on one of those. And then for the last cut, could be one of the Veils. I know that they're going to be Thoughtseizing, so maybe that's not right. But it's also, it doesn't stop them from winning. It just stops us from getting disrupted. So maybe we can cut one Veil and submit the deck like this. See what that looks like. We're on the play here. This hand has no lands in it, so I guess we'll have to mull. This hand also has no lands in it. It's got 2 Lotus Petals. It's got a Force of Will. Could keep this like binning Veil of Summer, but then we're just playing Lotus Petal, go. Maybe this is fine, and I might actually bottom the Dark Ritual. This could be risky, but I don't know. We might have to burn one of these Lotus Petals on a Veil of Summer. What if I just let on Brainstorm? I don't think I want to do that. We'll just go Petal, Pass. Take a draw, then maybe cast the Brainstorm next turn. If our opponent Thoughtseizes us, we got the Veil, which also gets us a draw. But I don't like burning petals like this. There's an Unmask. I think we respond with Veil of Summer. What did they pitch? Entomb. Okay, we hit a land. That's pretty nice. The Unmask fizzles. They play a Fellmire. They play a Lotus Petal. They play a Mox Opal. They play a Dark Ritual. They cast a Goblin Charbelcher. I think we're going to force it pitch to Fairy. And they pass the turn. Now we don't got much going on. But hopefully they don't got much going on either. I think I'm just going to pass. I could fire a Brainstorm there, but I kind of want to build up some extra cards in our hand. We can Lorien Revealed in their end step as well, which I think we're going to do. And we don't really care about white or green. We might care about casting Doomsday, so I kind of don't mind picking up another Underground Sea. I draw Night's Whisper. That's pretty cool, actually. Let's cast Night's Whisper. Fairy Macabre plus Brainstorm plus Lorien Revealed, number 2. Okay. Opponent's got a Thoughtseize. I think that's fine. They're probably going to take Fairy. Maybe they take Brainstorm here. I don't want to burn my pedal, I don't think. Take Brainstorm, sure. Play another Bog. There's Doomsday. Can I afford to cycle this Lorien Revealed? I don't remember what's in the deck. We've got both of our untapped black sources already. So I don't think I actually can Lorien Revealed here. Which kind of does suck. In any case, let's cast the Doomsday. And let's see what happens here. We're going to need Thassa's Oracle. We're going to need Street Wraith, Edge of Autumn. I think it's just a cycle cast Oracle kind of situation. And then what might we want to hide from our opponent? We could put another Dark Ritual Doomsday in our pile. We might as well put an island just in case something weird happens, I guess. And then maybe I just hide the other Fairy Macabre. Island on the bottom, Macabre on top, followed by Oracle, Edge, Wraith. Pass the turn. We just got to hope that they can't beat us with whatever they draw. They're passing. Let's go cycle Street Wraith, float for blue, cycle Edge, cast Oracle. All right, we got that one. Do we want to change anything up here? They are playing Echo of Aeons, which is pretty interesting. We could play Prismatic Endings to like pressure their mana. I don't think they play red spells, right? That we want to be blue elementing. We're on the draw here, so I actually see Veil of Summer being worse on the draw than it is on the play. That Veil was really nice for us. I kind of want to just send it back, but maybe we do want multiple copies of Veil. It really sucks that you're not able to cast it on the draw, though. So I think just having 2 in the deck is fine. I'm going to run it back like so, and we got to hope to open like a Force of Will plus Fawn hand here, basically. We have 7 forces in our deck, so that is good. But that opponent's last turn, right? Like, if we didn't have the Veil there, that Charbelcher was not... that Charbelcher was going to resolve, right? And we would, again, been in a whole world of trouble. A big old troubled world. All right, everybody. Game number 3 here. This hand does not look like the kind of hand we want on the draw against Goblin Charbelcher, does it? I don't think we can keep this. This is just far too slow. Far too slow, I think. I'm going to ship it. This one has Force of Will. Is it going to get better than that on 5? Probably not, to be totally honest. Could probably bottom Undercity Sewers here. I'm going to keep this, and we're going to hope that that 1 force is fine. And then the question is, so I'm thinking Teferi's getting pitched to Force. We're going to have Brainstorm plus Lorien Reveal to like maybe shuffle away 1 card. We might want the Dark Ritual to facilitate a quick Doomsday if we need it. And then we can put this Undercity Sewers in the graveyard, or we could put Island back, I suppose. And we just lead on Surveil Land. But we might need to Brainstorm into like a second piece of interaction on turn 1. Kind of don't like having my only land being a tapped land. I'm going to send back the Undercity. And we're going to hope that this Force of Will can stave off what our opponent's cooking with. It looks like they kept a sweet 7 here, and we're probably just dead. I'm not going to force this. They're going to probably jam even if I force it, I would imagine. So, yeah. They take Force of Will. Let's hope they don't also have the turn 1 kill. Play the Bog tapped. That has to be a good sign, right? Oh, wow. Okay. So this is why I didn't like keeping the Undercity Sewers, right? We draw Thoughtseize. Oh, it'd be so good to Thoughtseize our opponent here. I guess we're playing 4 Lotus Petals. I'm going to fire this Brainstorm right now. Okay, getting a Fawn. Getting a Fawn is really nice. Getting a Fawn is really, really nice. And then we can put like Street Wraith on top with Thoughtseize on top of that. Yep. Let's pass and hope that this Fawn can stop our opponent, but there's Chrome Mox. You gotta hope this is a Charbelcher, right? Please be a Charbelcher and not a Spy. It is a Charbelcher. Let's cast this, pitching probably to Fairy Time Raveler. Charbelcher's gone. Now there's a Thoughtseize on top of our deck that I don't know that we particularly want. And so we're going to cycle that away. Probably pick up an Underground Sea. And then draw Lotus Petal for turn. Play Polluted Delta. We can Surveil, but I mean, we're in a pretty tough spot. We really need a Doomsday now to close the door. And so I guess we're gonna go looking for one of those Undercity Sewers. Bin Flooded Strand. Take a draw. Another Dark Ritual. Uh-oh. Lion's Eye Diamond. I'd be happy with an Echo of Aeons, but whew, we really need something here. Lorien Revealed. That's got to qualify, right? Let's cast Dark Ritual. And let's cast Lorien Revealed and draw 3 cards, shall we? There's a Force of Negation. Oh no, we have to go shields down for a turn. Play out Lotus Petal. Pass the turn. Please, opponent, don't draw anything of consequence. Legacy is such a strange place. They are passing. If we get to untap, I'll feel a bit better. There's a Veil now, too. Okay, let's cast out another Petal. Veil will be nice if they try to discard us. Really need a Doomsday, though. This is where I wish I had 1 Rings in the deck, right? But it also seems like the 1 Ring's not the best card against this style of strategy, but perhaps it's better than Teferi Time Raveler. I'm not sure. Our opponent seems to have something, though, because they're deep in the tank. And we'll see what it is soon enough, I'm sure. I really want them just to, like, hard cat or, like, I don't know, cast a discard spell, target us, and we get to Veil and draw a card. That seems like it would be really nice for us. There's the Unmask. Pitching Dark Ritual. We're going to go for green into Veil. We draw the 3rd Ritual. Oof. Give me like a Ponder or a Brainstorm or something, right? Force of Will. Yep. Tropical Island. Let's play it. So now we can, I think, both cast Dark Ritual, or both cast Force of Negation and Force of Will with our Dark Rituals, given that we now have 5 mana. Pass again, we get a Daze. Man, oh man. Just like anything to close the door deck would be very desirable. Here comes something. Unmask. What happens if I just Daze this? They crack their LED, they have to discard their hand. Let's see if their hand's worth taking a look at mine. Yep, didn't think so. Doomsday? Another days. Okay. Oh man, I wish I had a one ring. Perhaps this is a lesson that you actually want something like the ring in our deck, because we don't have personal tutors to find our Doomsdays, but drawing like all 4 Dark Rituals is pretty crazy. There's a Goblin Charbelcher. This one, I think we have to just Force of Negation. I hope our opponent's not getting too salty about this. Please, deck. There's a Brainstorm. That is an old skipper. Let's fire him out. Okay, there's Doomsday. So we can put back Dark Ritual. Dark Ritual. We can't win this turn. I think that's probably fine. Thassa's Oracle, Street Wraith, Edge, Teferi, and Tundra. We can do Teferi. So we draw Teferi, we cast Teferi, and then Consign's turned off. 3, yeah, this should work. This should work. We'll put Tundra on the bottom, Thassa's Oracle on top of Tundra, and then we'll go Street Wraith, Edge of Autumn, Teferi Time Raveler, and I guess we'll cast this Lotus Petal just in case we need to go for the full Hardcast Force plus days on our opponent. Let's see what they've got. Another Bogart Bog. They have Echo of Aeons as their last card. And we are going to Force of Will the Echo, and that will be that. Go white, white, blue, play Teferi, bounce a card, cycle Edge, cycle Wraith, cast Oracle, and there we have it. That was pretty crazy. We were drawn pretty dead for a while there. I liked the pile. I don't know if they play Consigned to Memory. Like, you never know what these decks play. They probably don't, but just having it, putting the Teferi into our pile there, I think is pretty free. It just shuts off the Consign, and we still have like all the mana to draw into the thing that we're looking for. So yeah, that's about just how we drew it up, I guess. It's pretty wild. We'll see what happens for the next one. All right, everybody, we're playing against Orzhov Control, apparently. Welcome to round number 2. We won the die roll, so we'll be on the play here. And let's see what our hand gives us. They reveal a Yorion Sky Nomad. Interesting. Maybe they are actually playing Orzhov Control. How does this hand fare against something like Death and Taxes? It's not the best hand in the world, but I might be here to keep it, to be honest. We've got multiple land sources in Lorien Revealed, plus Flooded Strand, and we've got Veil of Summer if they want to Thoughtseize me on turn 1, so let's see what happens. They could also be on like a blue control deck, of course, with Yorion, in which case Veil of Summer will be really nice at helping some of our spells resolve. Of course, though, they are just doing that, and we got to ask ourselves if we want basic island or not. They probably played the White Orchid Phantom, right? I think what I want to do here is cycle Lorien Revealed. And maybe pick up a Trop. And we draw another Trop. So now we could hardcast Edge of Autumn for Island, which does get us a bit ahead on mana, which isn't like a bad idea. But we might also want that Edge for purposes later on. Play Trop. If they had Thoughtseize, they would have Thoughtseized us. Is this crazy to mana ramp? We just play Rampant Growth? I kind of want to do it. I don't know if it's right or not, but let's go get Basic Island and pass. It's a nice thing about playing Tropical Island in your Doomsday deck. Your Edge of Autumn doubles as a mana ramp. I kind of like getting a bit ahead on mana against what is likely to be a known Wasteland deck. Opponent's just playing another Plains and passing. They've got some kind of really slow hand cooked up here. And look at this. This Night's Whisper just proving to be pretty freaking awesome, to be honest. Let's cast it. Draw 2 cards, shall we? Those aren't quite the skippers. Do we ponder or brainstorm? I might be into brainstorming here. Hitting a fetch would be very nice. We do not hit a fetch. I'm thinking these veils are not quite what we're looking for. And we might actually have to ponder on past these veils. Draw another brainstorm. Okay. I mean, I guess we play this Lotus Petal out in case they have Thalia or something. An Exuberant Shepherd. Let's go ahead and protect our Underground Sea here. I don't want that Thalia to resolve. We can daze it quite handily, and then we've still got Force plus a Force Pitch Brainstorm. We're really looking for like a 1 ring or something. Destroy up to 1 target non-basic land. Its controller may search your library for a basic land. I guess this was an argument to not. This was an argument to not casting that Edge of Autumn. They're gonna set us back on mana. Do I force this? Like, I really want to brainstorm into a 1 ring next turn. I kind of don't mind forcing it. Maybe that's just like freaking crazy though. I don't know. I really don't know. I want to protect my lands if I can. Polluted Delta. Okay. Let's start off with a brainstorm. There's the 1 ring that we were looking for. So we can put back Underground Sea, Lotus Petal, and then play Polluted Delta, fetch for Scrubland, and then cast the 1 ring. We'll get ring protection. We'll draw a Lotus Petal. I guess we'll deploy that for the same reason we deployed the last one, and we'll pass. So I forced that because I wanted to brainstorm into the 1 ring, and we did successfully brainstorm into the 1 ring. They're going to play another Phantom. They've got a Wasteland now. A Wasteland and a Spirit of the Lab. Huh. Spirit of the Lab is certainly a very bloody annoying card. What do we get for our turn? Another Teferi. Well, let's play Teferi. Let's bounce this Spirit. Let's activate our ring. Now we can force the Spirit on the way back down. Let's pass. There's the Spirit. We say no to that card. They ship the turn back. We lose some more life to our ring. We draw a card for turn. It is Doomsday. So now what? Now we can cast. This turns into 5 black mana. Can we just kill them here with Lorien revealed? We have a Teferi. I think we can. This is actually insane, right? We go Dark Ritual, Doomsday down to 2 black. Use 3 of these with 1 blue floating. Cast Lorien Revealed. And just draw. This is awesome. We could have done this all at instant speed as well. So Lorien Revealed is going to cost another 3 mana. We'll have an island available. So Lorien Revealed can draw us Thassa's Oracle, Lotus Petal. I mean, what could they possibly have, right? Thassa's Oracle, Lotus Petal, Edge of Autumn, Street Wraith. Done, right? Put Oracle on the bottom, Edge, Street Wraith, Petal. Cast Lorien Revealed. Cast Lotus Petal. Cycle Street Wraith. Cycle Edge. Cast Oracle. Wow, that was one of the sweetest Doomsday lines I've done. That's awesome. You gotta love to see it. That was just so friggin' sweet. We like mana ramped off the edge, countered a couple of their things with our Force of Wills, bounced their Spirit to the Lab, countered it on the way back down, and just used the One Ring to just power us to victory. Oh, that's so nice to see. In any case, we're here against Taxes, and so far it's just looked like mono white, though their name is Orzhov Control, and that does terrify me just a teeny little bit. What do we want against that deck? I don't think we want our Veils, but it's possible we can actually leave 1 in just in case they do juke to Bowmasters. You know what? I kind of want to leave the Veils in. I'm not convinced that they're just on straight mono white. I think we do want access to these removal spells most likely, and that's probably the extent of it. We can certainly cut Cavern of Souls. I think we might be able to cut 1 of the Veil of Summers, maybe keep 2 of them in the deck. And then I'm kind of just into like everything though, right? Teferi can still be pretty powerful. It's a planeswalker that can bounce things. Lorien Revealed is very important as a mana source. I don't mind Prismatic Endings and Swords, though, to stop their like pesky creatures. Buy us a bit of time into the long game. We're on the draw. It's possible we can cut like 1 copy of Days. And maybe we can cut a single copy of Teferi Time Raveler. Though that's not entirely clear to me. It's possible being on the draw. We just keep 1 Veil of Summer. We can put it into our pile to beat an Orcish Bowmasters. And then if they have the Thoughtseizes, if they are indeed playing as Orzhov Control, then we can reevaluate and bring some of those back in after. Let's see. All right, so here we've got a Petal, a Strand, a Force of Teferi. I mean, we've got everything but Doomsday, and so I'm inclined to keep this hand, I think. We're on the draw as well. Maybe we can just draw Doomsday and just win. Aether Vial, I think, is fine, though it could get pesky. Another Force. Actually, it's quite possible that this Aether Vial is not good for us at all. I'll pass. See what they want to present on turn 2. Shot Import. Wow. I guess that means that we just take a natural draw. I really want to brainstorm, but we just can't, I don't think, until our main phase. Another Dark Ritual. I don't think a Street Wraith can go coast to coast, though that would be kind of funny. I think it's time to expose ourselves a little bit here. Whoa, we don't want to cast Dark Ritual. We want to cast a Brainstorm. A Brainstorm. That is not at all really what we were hoping for. Let's go back like that. This is really not good. I don't think I can afford to burn this pedal now, can I? But those other cards are just not that good. Let's ponder. If we can hit a fetch underneath the 2, it would be so good. Let's go for an any order shove. We'll pick up another brainstorm, and now I fear that things are not going to go well for us. This hand was so close. Shadowy Backstreet. Okay, so Orzhov confirmed. Orzhov is confirmed. They've been a wasteland. That terrifies me. That really terrifies me. Now, do they have Spirit of the Labyrinth? I'm going to cast Brainstorm. If they have Spirit here, though, that is just terrible. They don't have Spirit. And we're really just sitting ducks. Pass. Felia. Maybe I should have just tried to race them with a Street Wraith. Aether Vial. Yep. Flickering that. Playing Wastelands. Hitting it again. I'll cycle Street Wraith in response. And I'll cast Consider. Oh, man. I guess we have to take a land. You draw another Teferi. We're just going to die with these forces in our hand, and I really should have, I guess, forced that Aether Vial. Swords of Plowshares is returning, or sorry, the Lotus Petal's returning. I kind of feel like the time we're going to now need to Swords to Plowshares this Felia. Ooh, they're tapping out to cast something, a White Orchid Phantom. I'm going to go for a Force Pitch to Fairy on that. Then I'm going to attempt to Swords Felia. Then I'm going to let them come at me. Fall to 11. They're probably going to port me. This time I don't have any fancy tricks. We do draw a Lotus Petal, though. Let's deploy that, ship the turn. The pieces were like close to being together before, but we haven't been left with much in the way of being able to Doomsday our opponent immediately. They now have access to Yorion. We fall to 8. There's Caracas. Yorion to hand. Yorion's coming in. I think we're going to see a Wasteland on the Underground Sea now. Hitting the pedal in the end step. Yep. There's the Wasteland on the sea. And that was exactly what they needed to stave us off, I think. So here now we're taking 7. Yeah. I think that this one's over, unfortunately. Do I want Days on the play? I think I do. And what don't I want? These cards were pretty bad. I kind of don't mind everything. kind of don't mind everything, do we? I'll cut one to fairy, I think. Seems a bit clunky against their mana denial strategy. Let's see here. Let's see what we can do. I think I was just supposed to force the Aether Vial in the last game. This is a turn 1, the One Ring. That's got to be worth keeping, right? I think so. The question is, do I get Scrubland so that I can also plow something? I don't mind it. Let's get Scrub. Scrubland, Lotus Petal, Dark Ritual, the One Ring. Draw a card. Pass with Forcep. Kind of love to see it. Mother of Ruins. That one's fine. I might Swords it. We'll see. Take some damage here. We're going to draw some cards. Draw Daze. Reactivate the ring. We've got a Undercity Sewers, so we'll play that. There's a Teferi. I don't mind keeping Teferi on top and then just plowing this. Rishid Import into Stoneforge Mystic. That one I think we say no to with a Daze. Untap, upkeep, fall to 16. We're going to have to figure out how to put something together here relatively quickly, I think. So let's play that. Do I jam to Fairy? I don't think so. I'm going to cast Ponder here. There's Dark Ritual. Put Lorien Revealed back. Flooded Strand on top. Use Ponder's ability. No. Pass the turn. We've got another Daze here if we need it. We've also got Swords to Plowshares. Recruiter of the Guard. I kind of just like continually dazing everything that they have. Draw Flooded Strand. So now we're like really at the stage of the game where finding a Doomsday is necessary, right? Let's start by drawing 4 cards. There's no Doomsday in those 4 cards. Let's play a Lotus Petal. I think at this point I'm fine to play Brainstorm. Still no Doomsday though. And this is kind of getting dangerous, right? Play Teferi. We could bounce the ring. I don't know that I want to do that just yet. Let's just plus Teferi for now. We'll ship the turn. I think we'll discard this Undercity Sewers to hand size. Passing. Are they just going to double port me here? Looks like it. Draw for turn, it's Brainstorm. Well, let's start by casting Brainstorm, because if we hit Doomsday, I think we just win. And now, though, kind of in a weird spot, aren't we? We can draw 5 off this. Still don't find it. We can bounce, return the ring. And then we can go Dark Ritual, Dark Ritual, play the ring, get protection, draw a card off the ring. This is so ridiculous. Yeah. What are we discarding? Basic Island. Oh, my computer is lagging or something is not right here. I don't know what's happening. I cannot seem to discard anything. Um, I would like to discard. Some of these cards are just not able to be discarded, which is really freaking weird. Oh, oh, one, two, three, four. Oh, oh, oh no. Oh no. Sorry, I don't know what was happening there. There's some new thing on Magic. I just accidentally discarded the fourth Dark Ritual, which is honestly probably game. I'm so sorry. Now we have to cast Doomsday with only lands. This is this is crippling. This is really not good. I'm so sorry about that. Take a damage. There's the Doomsday, of course, right? So I don't think this is the end of the world. So we can just go like this and pass. I'm so sorry for discarding that. So we're going to go to 2. White Orchid Phantom. That demands a force, I guess. 3 to 2. Doomsday puts us to 1. Spirit of the Labyrinth's fine. Hit it with a swords. Untap, upkeep, go to 3. Draw for turn. Plus to fairy. Fetch down to 2. Grab a tropical island. Play an underground sea. Cast Doomsday. Let's put Thassa's Oracle in our pile. Let's put, oh yeah, the game's over. Okay. Wow. That was a slog. We had 22 cards left in our deck. Like, look how big our deck was when we Doomsdayed. This is the thing with this ring deck. Like, you can grind so hard and so long with the one ring, but then it's also like not having personal tutors just means that sometimes all your Doomsdays are just in the bottom half of your deck. In any case, we are 2-0, ready for the next round. I'll see you all shortly. There's something I really enjoy about playing this control deck, though. It's so great. See what we're lucky enough to get paired against next. All right, everybody, we've got a round 3 opponent. We're on the draw. We've got a Force of Will, a Dark Ritual, and a Means to Find a Doomsday. So I think I'm here to keep this hand. Let's see what our opponent's doing. Throwing a Mull to 5. Smells like oops. Smells like oops or something. There's a Polluti Delta. There's a Lodi Ped. Okay. Drake Haven. Maybe they're playing Doomsday. Uh-oh. The Thassa, you never quite really like to see drawn like that. I'm going to ponder here. Let's go grab an Underground Sea. Let's cast a Ponder. I was going to say I wouldn't mind picking up a Veil of Summer. I think I'm happy with picking up a Veil, but I don't want my opponent to know that I have it. So we'll stack them like so. Pick up the second copy of Brainstorm, and then we'll have a Veil of Summer to potentially protect against a Thoughtseize. If this is an Entomb, no, okay. I wonder if they're playing Reanimator or not. Here comes a Brainstorm. Brainstorm's fine, I think. They're going to have 4 cards in hand after this Brainstorm. They've yet to play a land drop. They do have the fetch. They are fetching. 3 cards left in hand. Is this a Thoughtseize? No, it's another copy of Brainstorm. That's fine too. That's interesting to me. They must be looking for something specific. We shall see. No sense speculating too much, but this feels like it could be Doomsday. Could, I guess, also be like Ad Nauseam Tendrils or Blue-Black Reanimator with Lotus Petals. I don't know if they typically play Lotus Petals these days. Here comes a second petal. Okay. And they're passing, so we're going to pick up this Veil, which is going to be nice, and I think I just want to pass here. What is this? The One Ring. I don't think I want that to resolve. We're going to force pitching Brainstorm here, I think. Passing. I'm going to fire a Brainstorm in the end step. I'm going to put back Thassa's Oracle and Lorien Revealed. And then I'm going to fetch for Undercity Sewers. It's a Force of Will. I kind of don't mind picking up a Force. They're clearly up to no good. Let's just play the Delta and pass. I wonder if this is actually just a straight up mirror match. Here comes Doomsday. Yep. We're going to force pitch Lorien Revealed. Pass. Draw for turn. It's a Ponder. Let's go Ponding. There's our own copy of the One Ring. Don't mind that. Use Ponder's ability. No. We'll draw the One Ring. And then we'll go Dark Ritual. Out our own copy of the One Ring. And then we're going to fetch for Tropical Island. We're going to draw a card. I think we'll pass. I think this might be a mirror match. Is this another Doomsday, huh? Oh, no. Yep. Don't have anything to say about that one, unfortunately. What do we got? Okay, so this looks like the Wonder Pro list that was also from one of the challenges. Blue-black with some copies of the One Ring. I guess we can observe it a little closer, try to figure out what they've got in their pile. They've got a Thassa's Oracle. They do not have a Cavern of Souls, which strikes me as rather interesting. There's a Thoughtseize, a Thoughtseize, a Thoughtseize. They just have all Cyclers. It looks like they're going all Cyclers down to Oracle. So that's kind of strikes me potentially as a little bit risky. I really need to find some interaction here, though. It's going to come down to that. We've already spent 2 of our forces, so there's not much else. That's not going to do it. That daze is unfortunately also not going to do it. We can veil. Maybe I'm supposed to just jam this pedal too while I'm at it. But yeah, I think they've got us here. Wait. Did they just pass their turn? They just passed their turn. Okay. Draw another veil. We'll draw 3 more cards. There's a Doomsday. Can I cast Veil of Summer now? Let's cast Veil of Summer. It resolves. Let's play Tropical Island. Let's fetch. Let's grab Tundra. Let's cast Doomsday. Then, I mean, we just have Consider. We're going to go to 5 here. Thassa's Oracle. Consider Bin X. Yeah. Okay. I wonder if our opponent clicked through their turn. That would feel so unfortunate because I think they would have had us. We would have had to veil into like exactly Force of Will in response to their Thassa's Oracle. Insane. Yeah, they did click through. Okay. Anyway, sorry about that. What do we want against Doomsday? We want Force of Negations, Thoughtseize, Shieldred the Apocalypse, I would imagine. I don't know if they're going to board in creatures against us. They might, but I don't know that I want to board in Force of Source of Plowshares against Doomsday. Then maybe we want Carpet of Flowers, although seems more like a Delver thing than a Doomsday thing. What don't we want against Doomsday? So many of our cards strike me as so good that it's like, how do you trim this list? How do we cut 6 cards from this deck? Huh. Everything's so nice. Everything looks so juicy. You could probably cut like a Petal. They're certainly the faster Doomsday deck than us. So we could cut a couple of Petals. I guess we can cut Consider. We don't much need Consider. I could see cutting a Ring. Maybe cutting 1 to Fairy. But that seems a bit risque. And then I guess we don't really need the basic island against our opponent. But then we're going down on a lot of Petals, and I don't know that I like going down that far on Petals, but it's also like they're going to be fighting us with all this discard, so we want like our Veils. I think I don't mind submitting a list that looks something like this. I could have maybe cut another copy of the One Ring, like just left 1 in our deck. Yeah, this strikes me as a hand that we can keep. Our opponent coming in here, probably with a Thoughtseize, I would imagine. Yeah, Duress. Duress is unfortunately, but we can't say anything about that. There's nothing for us to say about that. Oh, wow, they took Brainstorm. Now they've got Lotus Petal. Now they've got Ponder. Sure. Okay. We could Dark Ritual Night's Whisper on turn 1, but that seems like trading 2 cards for 2 cards, which isn't the best. What do we draw? Thassa's Oracle. You never really like to see that, do ya? Yeah, we'll play Polluted Delta and pass. Picking up a Trop would be nice because Veil is something that we're kind of gunning toward here. We have our Force of Will. Let's see what our opponent wants to do. They're casting Brainstorm. Brainstorm's totally fine. They can filter their cards around. I could get another land, but I don't want to do that because that's currently our pitch spell. So we'll just get Undercity Sewers. It's another land. I think I'm going to bin that one. We just kind of want a Night's Whisper here. Draw a couple of cards. Oh, Thoughtseize. Thoughtseize. Let's take a look at what they've got going on over there. Doomsday, Cabal Ritual, Force of Negation, Force of Will. I guess I'll take their Doomsday. I'm going to pass. But yeah, they've got the Force to protect their Doomsday, so yeah. That is not good. Polluted Delta. Looks like they might have... Nope. Undercity Sewers. Okay. Into another Ponder. Okay, so now they only have 2 cards left in their hand. So what did they... It's got to be like Force, right? I guess I was supposed to cycle that there. I'm going to start with Night's Whisper. We're going to gain some card advantage. That's pretty sweet. Now we have Force, Pitch, Force, Force, Pitch, Force. I think I'm fine to pass like that. And we're playing around days, 1 days. Thoughtseize. Sure. You can Thoughtseize me. All right. Opponent saw our hand and did not wish to attempt to try to fight through it. I kind of don't blame them. We've got a lot of means of protection. We've got Fawn coming down the pipe, and then we're probably like pondering into some things. Yeah, I mean, eventually we find a Doomsday and win. We're currently 3-0, so that's pretty cool. Let's go into round number 4, shall we? I do feel bad that my opponent accidentally skipped through their hand there. They almost certainly would have won that game 1, I think, if that lag issue didn't happen for them. So we have to take that one with a grain of salt. It's always unfortunate when that happens with Magic Online. We had a similar experience in the game before where I accidentally discarded Dark Ritual because instead of the cards getting lit up like they used to, they started like getting blanked out. So yeah, that's a skipper. Let's see what we've got here. This hand is interesting. We've kept the hand similar to this in the past, but I don't know. I don't like playing off these Lotus Petals as our only mana sources, so I'm kind of inclined to look for something different, perhaps. I mean, if we hit a Dark Ritual, this is a turn 1 win, but we're on the draw. I'm going to send it. Oh, wow. This hand certainly fucks. Let's keep that and put a Doomsday on the bottom. Our opponent is on a mull to 5. They've got an Urza Saga. Okay. Not sure exactly what that means. It could mean many things. Could mean Painter's Servant. Could mean Cephalid Breakfast. Do we want to put Doomsday on the stack here? I kind of don't mind it. Kind of do not mind it. What does our pile look like, though? Our pile could just cycle down to an Oracle. Then we're prone to like Wasteland. So they could be on lands as well, I guess. If we're expecting to force, we have to pretend this Brainstorm isn't a part of the pile. So I could see building a pile that has like basic island on the bottom and then Oracle on top with 3. Oh, but we don't have 3 cyclers and we only have 1 Oracle. We can cycle into Oracle and then win with just like a random card in the mix. And I guess we should make that a Lotus Petal in case they do like Blood Moon us or something. But we're kind of just countering Blood Moon. Wasteland's the card that we don't want to see. Things can go quite poorly if they have exactly Wasteland. We got to hope that that is not what they have. So we're going to have to be very careful with our Force of Will and what we choose to force. we have the 2 mana sources underneath the Oracle, so we could potentially like pass a bunch and just pick our Force of Will very nicely and then still put the Oracle on the stack with no cards in deck like 3 turns from now, I think. But yeah, we'll hope that they're not playing lands. Or, like, Urza Saga can be so much, right? There's City of Traders. Okay. City of Traders pass. So I think this is fine for us now that we have Force of Will, right? They could have Disruptor Flute, I guess. Let's play Oracle. And we got there. Okay. Okay. Sometimes you just Doomsday. City of Traders plus Urza Saga. Is that Mystic Forge? Are we playing against Mystic Forge? This leads me to believe that I want Fawns in my deck. I don't know if we want Shieldred the Apocalypses or not. What don't we want? We can probably get away with cutting Cavern of Souls. I think we can probably get away with cutting Veil of Summers, which means that we can play Shieldred the Apocalypse. We might actually want some number of prismatic endings as well. But I don't know if this is starting to be too much. They could be a Karn deck, so the ring could be a little precarious. And then maybe we just want... I mean, Daze isn't always good against these styles of decks either. We can cut 1 Daze. Sort by mana value. This gives us some answers to like Disruptor Flute style cards as well as Chalice of the Void. And you still have 1 ring to kind of dig deep, but then we've also got the Shieldred the Apocalypses. If they lean hard in on a ring, I think I'm fine playing like this. Let's see. Our opponent chooses to play first. We've got Doomsday plus Double Force and a Daze. I mean, this hand strikes me as a fine hand. I'm going to keep it. Let's see what our opponent's got cooking this time. They almost just passed their turn too. City of Traders, go. Okay. Maybe this Daze will actually be good. I am going to ponder here. Can start trying to find our Doomsdays, I guess. By Doomsdays, I mean Dark Rituals. Brainstorm, not bad. But honestly, the other 2 cards aren't really what I'm looking for. If this was a fetch, I'd be super happy. I'm going to any order shuffle this, I think. Pick up its Fairy. It could be good. I don't mind slamming it to Fairy. Can really shut off a lot of their shenanigans, and I really want them to go for a 4-drop here where I can just Daze it. That would be very ideal for us. We shall see, though. Another city. Float mana. Lose a city. Play the 1 ring. I mean, this is just too... As much as I like just letting this card resolve, this is just too... easy of a Daze, right? Like, you just have to take this Daze. That sets them back. I mean, it sets us back too, but I'm happy with that. We draw Fawn. Play Underground Sea, pass. They're going to have to fight through a bunch of Force of Wills. And hopefully eventually we can put Doomsday on the stack. Island. Whoa, 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 whoa. They are up to something far different than I thought that they were up to. There's Dark Ritual. What does a Doomsday look like here? Probably pretty good, right? Force of Negation, pitch, transmute, artifact. Will, Force of Will, pitch. Force of Negation. Doomsday resolves. Okay. Now, we could try to kill them next turn. We could also try to use this to ferry. How does that work? So one pile I'm envisioning here is we draw land, we play to ferry. We like bounce nothing, draw like a daze or something. And then we untap, cycle down to Oracle with Time Raveler protecting us. I don't actually hate that. And so to do that, we would need Underground Sea, and then we would want Daze. I mean, the other option is just to draw Brainstorm and go for it, but that seems overly risque, I think. Teferi, Daze, Underground Sea, or sorry, Thassa, Underground Sea, Daze, Edge, Wraith, I think. Done. Put Oracle on the bottom, Wraith on top, Edge on top, followed by Daze, Underground Sea, and then pass. There's a City of Traders. They're passing. I'm going to draw Underground Sea, play to ferry. Go like this. And then we'll pass. And now they've got to fight through Force plus Daze, which maybe they just can fight through. But if they can't, we've got it locked up next turn. Sorry, you can probably hear my cat whining. She believes that it's dinner time, even though that is not actually the case. I might have to give her a couple of treats after this game. You'll just have to bear with the whimpers. Yeah, I know I am. All right, so they pass. Let's plus to ferry. Let's do this. Let's cycle Edge. Let's cycle Wraith. Let's cast Boss's Oracle. And it looks like the curse is finally broken. No way. They have Nimble. Oh, GG's. Oh my gosh, I thought they had Nimble Obstructionist for a second there. Oh my gosh. All right, the curse is lifted, everyone. We are at 4-0, and we have a trophy match coming up. I think I'm going to have to quickly feed this little munchkin that is now sniffing around my feet, and then we'll try to hop into this last match here and see if we can secure a 5-0, and if not, we can at least be happy that the curse is finally lifted. Hell yeah, 4-color ring. It took returning to my roots to get us there, but we are on the cusp of greatness. All right, everybody. We're against Easy Money Marksman for the trophy match. We're on the play here. This will not be easy. Yeah, but we'll try our best. This hand I am quite happy with. It's a turn 2 to Fairy. We also have access to Veil of Summer on turn 1 to protect against a possible Thoughtseize. So we're going to do that. The question is if we want to give up the gun here by casting this Petal. I guess that allows us to play around a Daze. So yeah, let's run out this Lotus Petal. It allows us to play Veil of Summer around Daze at the expense of giving up the gun, basically. Easy Money's got an Undercity Sewers. What are they cooking with here? They're putting an island into the graveyard. Okay. I'm not going to get the Undercity Sewers because I value this Veil of Summer. And honestly, I think we might just pass again. Use Lorien Revealed in our opponent's end step to pick up like tropical islands, and then we can jam to Fairy with Veil Protection. Opponent's passing. We are going to island cycle. We'll pick up Tropical Island. We'll pass the turn. We're going to untap, upkeep, draw. That force was really nice here. Let's play Trop. Let's fetch for Scrubland, I think. And let's put a Teferi Time Raveler on the stack. Our opponent's brainstorming in response. That's fine. Let's see if this Time Raveler resolves. It does. All right, let's plus Teferi. Pass. Now if we can jam this ring the following turn, I feel like we're going to be off to the races. There's a island cycle or swamp cycle on the Troll of Khazad-dûm, which we can bounce back to Easy Money Marksman's hand using this Teferi, which is pretty nice. Pretty nice. What do they got? Thoughtseize. Let's say, I think no to Thoughtseize here. I'll draw another force. That'll get countered from Hexproof. They're going to play a land. They're going to cast Entomb. Do we want to bite on the Entomb? We do not want to play against Atraxa, I don't think. So let's get that the hell out of here. And then if he wants to go get the Troll of Khazad-dûm, we can bounce it with the Teferi, which doesn't strike me as a bad idea. And if we can get this ring on the stack, that would be very nice for us. Let's bounce the Troll. Another Doomsday. Oh, that's not nice for us. Those are like, the second Doomsday was a very bad draw. So now we're like in this kind of position that I don't really like to be in. Looks like they're going to have another reanimate effect, and now we're going to be staring down the barrel of a hot smokin' 45. And that hot smokin' 45 is going to be a Troll of Khazad-dûm. A big old 6/5. Yeah, there isn't a lot that we can say about that, unfortunately, and this is becoming rather difficult. Oof, we were so... Maybe I wasn't even supposed to stop that Thoughtseize, but then we would be facing down an Atraxa, right? Yeah, this is not good. So now we're going to lose our Teferi. And then we're going to be in a large world of hurt, I would imagine. Yep. Good night, Teferi. Now they have Wasteland too. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yep, this deck is still very freaking powerful. Teasing us. Coming at us for 6. They probably just will not even ever cast another spell this game. I mean, why would they, right? There's Dark Ritual. Okay. If I can't Doomsday. So I've got to cast the ring here. And then I got to hope they've got another daze. Do I just pay for days here? I mean, yep. I could have veiled, but if they had another days anyways. Yeah, this one is this one's over. Wow. Oh, do they just have Entomb? Entomb Atraxa, so they're gonna put themselves to 1? No way, right? Well, we certainly tried. Animate dead on a track set. Yeah. Let's move along. Let us move along, shall we? What do we want against them? Maybe these cards? As much as I would like Shieldred, it's just them thought seizing our Shieldred is really, really bad for us. I think I can see cutting Knight's Whisper here if they're an Orcish Bowmaster deck. We're going to be on the play. It's possible we can trim a couple of rings because they're just like relatively clunky. I could see potentially trimming a Ponder. I don't know if we want Swords. Like, Swords is good at staving off their Khazad-dûm or quick route to victory, and then the Carpet of Flowers helps against their Wasteland strategy plans. Maybe we can cut, like, a Petal. Maybe we could cut... I don't really like cutting Lorien Revealed. Daze strikes me as very good. I want one copy of the Ring in my deck, I think. Certainly want the Macabres. I don't mind Thoughtseize. I don't mind Carpet of Flowers. I like to Fairy. We need 2 more cuts. Oh, but then we're like getting pretty low on blue cards. Maybe just 1 carpet's fine. I really don't know. I find this matchup so challenging for Doomsday, like far more challenging than Delver. This hand doesn't do anything. This hand does do things. So we will keep and probably bottom this Swords to Plowshares. I'm thinking. And then we'll Thoughtseize our opponent. And then we'll Dark Ritual Doomsday them next turn and hopefully draw a blue card to back all this up. Well, they've got Wasteland, so we're just up Schitt's Creek without a paddle at this point. Wow, the Doomsday would have just resolved too. Man. I guess I'll take Reanimate. Maybe I should take Brainstorm. I'll take Brainstorm. We really got to hope they don't Wasteland us and that they decide instead to cast Ponder looking for a Force of Will. Of course. There's the Wasteland. And now we are in a devastating spot. Land. Okay. Okay, well, we know the contents of their hand now. So let's do that. Let's grab Underground Sea. Let's cast Doomsday. Then... I mean, we could just say, you're not going to find Consigned to Memory. So let's go for Cavern of Souls, Thassa's Oracle, like Island maybe, then Edge. And we get 1 more card yet. And maybe Fairy Macabre. Just hide the Macabre. Yeah. Okay. Macabre on the bottom. Island on top of Macabre. Followed by Oracle, Cavern, Edge. And then we pass, and we just got to hope that they don't draw exactly consigned to memory off the top of their deck. Misty Pass. Did they freaking find it? Well, we'll find out, I guess. I guess they could just... They could just also have... Fatal Push at this point. All right, we got there. My goodness. My goodness. Okay, okay. I think I'm fine running the same 75 back at them. We're going to game 3 against Easy Money Marksman with the trophy on the line. We'll see what happens. This hand I'm not opposed to. Doesn't have a blue card for our force. We've got Veil of Summer. We've got Thoughtseize. We really wish we were playing Bayou. And we've got Fairy Macabre. And now we have a Doomsday as well in the mix. So the question is, do we want to Thoughtseize our opponent or pass with Veil plus Macabre up? I kind of don't mind Thoughtseizing. Let's get Underground Sea. Let's point a Thoughtseize at them. They don't play Bug, do they? Nope. They're going to Brainstorm. Swamp Cycle Troll of Khazad-dûm, sure. That is acceptable. They've got Double Days, Tainted Indulgence, Orcish Bowmasters, and Animate Dead. I think I'm going to take the Bowmasters here. Yeah. Yeah, I'm going to take Bowmasters, and I'll pass. And then we've got this Fairy Macabre, which we can hopefully use against our opponent. Looks like they drew an Undercity Sewers for turn, so we do know the exact contents of their hand, and they're just going to pass. Brainstorm. They definitely daze this. I'm not going to play it. I'm just going to play an island and pass. They're casting Ponder. Ponder's fine. Play Underground Sea. Play Animate Dead. Let's exile Fairy. Hit Khazad-dûm Bowmasters. One unknown card. I'm going to cast this Lotus Petal now. And I'm going to cast this Brainstorm, I think. Huh. These are all cards, but this is hard, isn't it? I like Forest Days. Ponder. What if I hide the One Ring in Doomsday? Or rather, Doomsday and Safari? And then I just pass? I guess this Daze wasn't that good, but it's kind of our pitch spell. Do I want to cast this Ponder? I don't think so. Passing again. We're going to draw to Fairy, and now I think I'm going to cast the Ponder. The Doomsday's floating around. It's possible Doomsday was supposed to be in our hand. There's Lorien revealed. Another Daze. Mm-hmm. They're going to play Tainted Indulgence here. Yep. Drawing some number of cards back up to 6. There's Wasteland. We really did not want to see that. Now do I even care about this Doomsday? They're pretty far from casting it, so I think I'll cash in this Lorien revealed now. Maybe pick up a Tundra. Let the Wasteland go. There's also just a Gristlebrand in their graveyard. There's a Reanimate. Oh man, they've got double days. And they've got double days. If I play Veil now, they'll daze the Veil. Let's play Force Pitch to Fairy. Felt like we had a really good shot at winning that game, but we just were not able to stitch it together. There's a Force Pitch Daze. And now we'll go for Veil of Summer, and then they'll have the days left over. Yep. And I think that's all she wrote, folks. I think that's all she wrote. Here comes Big Daddy Gristlebrand. GG's, Marksman. Well played. All right, guys. We did not get there with the trophy. This game, I probably could have played differently. But yeah, in any case, the trophy is lifted. The curse, sorry, is lifted. The trophy most certainly is not lifted. The curse is lifted. And so we're going to have to try to battle for our trophy again. Still, it's nice to pick up 5 treasure chests. Never feel bad about that. In any case, I had actually a great deal of fun playing this deck. This is kind of I kind of really, really like this. I love just drawing a bunch of cards off the One Ring. I love having Teferi to protect your Doomsday. We had a pretty nice stream of matchups throughout the league. And then we ran into, of course, not only one of the more challenging decks to face, but also a very good pilot of that challenging deck. And they kind of just played circles around me, especially in that third game. I like to think that we were pretty damn close to putting something together there, but maybe I was just playing too patiently. Probably fucked up that brainstorm where I put the Doomsday back. That ring was stranded in our hand at the end, and so yeah, I think maybe I was supposed to more aggressively shuffle off that brainstorm using our ponder after. But in any case, I'm not dissatisfied with our turnout this time. I think the list is really, really nice. I think it'd be cool, honestly, to play a 1-1 split of Thassa's Oracle, Jace Wielder of Mysteries in this deck. I don't know how you would go about doing that, but I really like Jace and Doomsday, and I think that this kind of slower version would actually lend itself to Jace. Like, just resolving a Jace in the same way you resolve a One Ring is pretty nice in terms of accumulating subtle amounts of value throughout the game. The sideboard was nice. This Fairy Macabre turned out to be very good against the Reanimator opponent early on, but then we just weren't able to stitch together enough cards to fend them off in the long run. But yeah, in any case, I think I'm going to try this one again sometime soon. I hope you all enjoyed tagging along for the ride here and securing a nice 4-1 with 4-color Ring Doomsday. Feel free to like, comment, or subscribe if you have not already. That would be very much appreciated. As John Dewey, the American pragmatist, once said, growth itself. And so we will try to grow and expand here on this channel. And I hope to see you all very soon with some more legacy Doomsday action. In any case, I wish you all the very best wherever you are, and yeah, have a wonderful rest of your day.